How's it going, everybody? So we're talking about the Gryphon nerfs today. I've seen many videos and many comments by my fellow content creators already. And not just them, but from the community in general. And many rejoiced, for some reason at least. Most of them were happy about the bash changes, which I don't quite understand. But I'll try and give you an explanation when we get to that part in the video. I specifically didn't release a video early as I actually wanted to see these changes and compare them to what we had all these weeks now. Let's start with the dodge attack. I'm personally not a fan of the frequency that we see dodge attacks nowadays. People overuse them massively and it makes for quite the boring gameplay. I've said this already back when we got the first CCU testing grounds. The change is that there is no longer a delay window. It is a static window now. 300 ms into the dodge, the attack happens. Most of you will feel no difference, as I'm pretty sure the vast majority has been buffering the input anyways. Complaints from low MMR players will still be the exact same. Here's an example of a scenario where you could feel the difference. Charged bashes, in particular warmongers, as you can utilize different hit and block stunts to slightly alter the options and the possible outcomes. Previously, a delayed dodge attack would evade all charge levels and only lose to feint to GB at the earliest timing. The GB would get beaten by a buffered dodge attack except on medium hit stun. Then there's a difference between medium and light block stun when buffered in the dodge, and on top of that the warmonger can delay the bash startup as well. That's a lot of info thrown at you, but what this is supposed to showcase is that there is much more behind this than the monkey dodge attack. We had a video planned to show you what requirements you need to meet to be able to catch a Gryphon dodge attack with a guard break. We obviously had to wait until these changes from yesterday hit, but with the removal of the delay window, it got a little easier. Because one of the many complaints that you'd see everywhere was that the dodge attack needed more guard break vulnerability. You can guard break it, just not all the time. That video is still coming, so subscribe if you don't want to miss it, and like the video and leave a comment and send my grandmother some flowers, please. So, this is what it looks now against charged bashes. You only have one timing. Light block and hit stun, trade with full charged bash. Medium block and hit stun, beat fully charged bash. Your dodge starts later, so you still have iframes. Then against feint to guard break, it's terribly inconsistent. Not the outcome, but the input. The dodge input got eaten a ton during testing when I was buffering, which means that I involuntarily delayed it sometimes. Light block and hit stun beat the feint to GB consistently though. The problems start during the longer stun duration of the medium one. Sometimes I stuff the GB, sometimes I get GB'd. I get caught way more often than not, so the intended outcome is probably that the Gryphon is supposed to get GB'd. More on that interaction in the upcoming video. All in all, the input of the dodge attack feels absolutely terrible. I'm not saying that the dodge attack is terrible, I'm saying that it feels like that. And on top of that, the range when target swapping, that seems shorter. This might just be a byproduct of me always having delayed it and this new input window feeling so garbage because of it. People will get used to it, me included if I ever bother to play him again. But I'm disappointed that the outcome of a nerf is clunkiness. If a character feels bad, then it can be the most broken one out there, but I'd probably not bother. I think dodge attacks are way too prevalent in the game at the moment, but making them feel shite like that is not the solution. Moving on to the shove. 500 ms bash with 300 to 500 ms delay window into the dodge. Stamina pause has been removed on the shove, but it's still there on the kick. Recovery is still the same as before, which means if you dodge early enough, you can get a GB, because they removed the ability to chain after whiffing it. This is especially apparent if you try to delay it. Delaying the bash is terrible as it only increases the risk, has no real benefits. Range and tracking are just bad. Now let's talk. People somehow think this will allow them to avoid it more often. or react to it now because of the dodge requirement. Well, you will not. You will not react to orange. What you will react to is the forward dodge, which opens you up to eating a kick or a GB instead. The shove will get dodged more, no doubt, but it's not less effective in ones. This is actually the big debate now when reading the developer comments and the patch notes. The 500 ms shove is still reactable to top tier players. How consistent? It's debatable, but for the average player, not much changed. People will still whine about it like they do about all bashes. What Gryphon did lose is the ability to bash select. This was removed with this change. All in all, one of the worst bashes, particularly because of its risk. Especially when you compare it to similar ones like Centurion's kick, which is miles better and much safer. Now for the kick damage, down to 24 from 28. It's an alright change, especially considering how sticky dodging currently works, which made that one confirmed more often than it should. Risk of the move went up once again, but I'm sure someone will tell me how the kick isn't high risk. Looking forward to that. Then the feats. Welcome nerfs, yet still quite strong. The tier 2 and tier 3 have had the heal reduced to 15, down from 20. Then the range has been reduced to 8 meters. I hope the side by side makes it visible. Damage of the bolt also went down to 20, and it's 600 ms instead of previously 400 now. That's still plenty fast compared to some of the bows out there. So, those are all the changes. I have one more topic I want to talk about, and that is the timing of this patch. It came out of the blue. There was no teasing or an announcement or anything really. It also came 1 week after the mid-season patch. And what it also did is come 2 days before the first qualifier of the Dominion series, Ubisoft's biggest For Honor tournament this year. Balance changes before big tourneys are nothing new in games. It happens even in the biggest esports games. What we also need to keep in mind is that these tournaments are just another marketing tool in the grand scheme of things. Esports in general is. It's advertisement for the respective game. Player acquisition, player retention, sponsorships, it's all for the benefit of the game. Gryphon's case, the community was fuming for weeks. A new hero that is actually good and can compete with other meta heroes? Nuh-uh, not in my For Honor. So, nerfs were expected, but the timing is quite poor. None of us know anything specific why these changes only came now and not weeks ago. Maybe they had to be signed off on, maybe there were some other holdups. But fact is that a big part of the community wanted to see them sooner rather than later, and the possibility that a Gryphon nerf was held back because of those evil comp players, well, you all know that someone would have made this weird connection just to push a narrative. I just hope that this will be an outlier. The first qualifier is plagued a little by unexpected changes and possible bans already. We'll see tomorrow. As far as I know, there won't be a stream, but if I have time, I'll give you an overview and maybe even a little talk with the winners, depending if they feel like it. But that's it for now. Their community has gotten their way. Gryphon has been nerfed. Now they can look for something new to complain. I'm eagerly waiting for what it is. Thanks for watching. Laters, everybody.